In professional wrestling, legacy is a currency all its own. Names like Rhodes, Flair, and Anoa'i carry a certain weight, an expectation, and a direct line to the hearts of the audience. But what happens when that legacy comes from outside the wrestling bubble, from a world of blockbuster movies and magazine covers? The pressure is different. The scrutiny is harsher. For Arissa LeBrock, the daughter of action legend Steven Seagal and supermodel Kelly LeBrock, the shadow she had to step out of wasn't just long, it was monumental. This isn't a story about a celebrity's kid getting a free pass. It's the story of someone who got the golden ticket, had it ripped away, and then chose the hardest road possible to earn her way back, proving that while your name might get you noticed, it's the work that will make you a force. The unbelievable legacy of action and beauty. To really get why Arissa LeBrock is such a big deal, you have to understand the two worlds that collided to create her. First, you have Steven Seagal. In the late 80s and 90s, he wasn't just an actor, he was a phenomenon. As a seventh Dan black belt in Aikido, Seagal brought a different energy to Hollywood. While Stallone and Schwarzenegger were all about explosions and massive physiques, Seagal's brand felt more grounded, more lethally efficient. His signature style of Aikido, with its joint locks and wrist throws, was brutally effective. Films like Above the Law, Hard to Kill, and Under Siege made him a global icon. This wasn't just a role he was playing. He was one of the first Americans to run an Aikido dojo in Japan, giving him an aura of authenticity other action stars just couldn't match. Then, on the other side of this genetic equation, you have Kelly LeBrock. If Seagal was the embodiment of martial arts prowess, Kelly was the epitome of iconic beauty and power. She was a supermodel who dominated fashion magazines before becoming a cinematic dream girl. Her role in Weird Science as the perfect woman created by two nerdy teens made her one of the most memorable faces of the 80s. She was a titan of fashion and film with a charisma that was absolutely captivating. Now, imagine being born from that union. It sounds like a Hollywood pitch meeting. You've got the world-renowned martial arts pedigree from your father and the stunning looks and star quality from your mother. It's a combination that seems custom-made for sports entertainment. But it also comes with a crushing weight of expectation. Her mother, Kelly, was so aware of this pressure that she intentionally raised her kids away from the Hollywood glare. Still, that legacy was inescapable. Arissa has talked about this duality, recognizing the unique hand she was dealt. LeBrocks tend to be very slender, she once said, and I ended up looking like a seagull, strong and built. I feel powerful. I love my body. It was embracing that Seagal side, the strength and the power that would ultimately lead her down a path nobody saw coming. From the runway to the ring, forging her own path. Arissa LeBrock's story isn't a straight line. It's more like three different roads converging, with each one giving her a unique weapon for her arsenal. It's a journey through high fashion, legitimate martial arts, and finally, the grueling world of pro wrestling school. Her story first took her into a world that, in its own way, is just as competitive as wrestling, high-fashion modeling. She didn't just walk in her mother's footsteps either. She blazed her own trail as a prominent plus-size model for major brands like Ashley Stewart. Her life was even documented on the Lifetime series Growing Up Supermodel, which followed celebrity kids trying to make it in the industry. This experience gave her something aspiring wrestlers spend years trying to develop, an innate understanding of presence. Modeling teaches you how to command a room, connect with a camera, and project confidence under a microscope. More than that, her career made her a powerful voice for body positivity. She embraced her strong, athletic Seagal frame and used her platform to challenge narrow beauty standards. That built a different kind of toughness, a mental resilience that's absolutely invaluable for a pro wrestler. The ability to connect with an audience and possess an unshakable confidence are all things she mastered on the runway long before she ever learned to take a bump. While modeling connected her to her mother's legacy, her father's world gave her the foundation for a future in combat. But again, she did it her way. While Seagal is an Aikido master, Arissa was drawn to a martial art arguably more practical for modern combat sports, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She wasn't just doing it as a hobby, she was a serious competitor. In 2019, her hard work paid off when she won a silver medal at the prestigious IBJJF Jiu-Jitsu No-Gi World Championship. Now, for those who don't follow BJJ, this was at the blue belt level, which represents hundreds of hours on the mat and a deep understanding of leverage and submissions. Winning a silver medal on a world stage, at any level, is a legitimate athletic achievement that demands respect. This BJJ background is her greatest asset. Today's wrestling blends spectacle with believable, hard-hitting style. Fans appreciate legitimacy, and Arissa has it. Her understanding of grappling isn't something she just learned for a wrestling ring, it's ingrained in her. It gives her an offensive arsenal that is instantly credible and sets her apart. With a successful modeling career and a legit BJJ background, the biggest company in sports entertainment came calling. In December 2019, Arissa was invited to the WWE Performance Center for a tryout, the Golden Ticket. The official invite said, "Based on your athletic accomplishments and background, you are now one step closer to becoming the newest WWE superstar." It seemed like her destiny was set, and then it was all snatched away. Shortly after the tryout, she suffered a major injury that stopped her dream in its tracks. She described this time as finding herself comfortable in the darkest, worst place in my life. Just when it seemed impossible, a phone call changed everything. The call came from Dustin Rhodes, a man who knows a thing or two about living up to a legendary name. As the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Dustin understood the pressure Arissa was facing. Now, a revered coach, he saw past the injury and the celebrity parents and invited her to Texas to train at his Rhodes Wrestling Academy. That call was the lifeline she needed. She moved to Texas and embraced the grind. There, she wasn't Steven Seagal's daughter. She was just another student learning the craft from the ground up. In March 2023, after months of rebuilding, Arissa LeBrock finally made her professional wrestling debut at a Rhodes Wrestling Academy showcase. What do you think is Arissa LeBrock's biggest weapon for a future in WWE? Is it the magnetic stage presence she perfected as a model, or the legitimate submission skills she earned in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. A force in the making. The unique cocktail. So what happens when you pour all these ingredients into a single shaker? The high-fashion presence, the legit BJJ medals, and an old-school wrestling foundation from a legend like Dustin Rhodes. You get a unique cocktail of talent that the wrestling world has rarely seen. This is why Arissa LeBrock is a force in the making, a name poised to make a massive impact on the industry, with WWE as the most logical final destination. First off, the marketability is off the charts. The daughter of an action hero and a supermodel is an easy hook for anyone, but unlike most celebrity crossovers, this isn't a gimmick. It's backed by substance. When she steps into the ring and applies a flawless armbar, that connection to her father's legacy becomes instantly real. It's not just a story, it's a physical reality. Second, her in-ring style has the potential to be truly special. We've seen powerhouses and we've seen technicians. Arissa can be a dominant, submission-based powerhouse. Think of the raw strength of a Nia Jax blended with the lethal grappling of a Shayna Baszler. Her independent circuit debut showcased this, with reports highlighting her impressive power. She doesn't have to rely on a typical moveset. She can build a character around methodically dismantling opponents, using her BJJ to create real danger every time a match goes to the mat. Finally, her journey itself is the ultimate story of resilience. She wasn't just handed a spot. She earned a tryout, faced a career-threatening injury, hit rock bottom, and was pulled back by a legend who saw her fire. She then put in the work and is now paying her dues on the indies. That's a story wrestling fans will always get behind. It proves she has the heart to match her incredible genetic gifts. Dustin Rhodes himself has all but guaranteed her rise, saying with confidence, Pretty soon the whole world's going to be talking about Arissa LeBrock. Coming from him, that's not just praise. It's an endorsement from wrestling royalty. The future is unwritten, but the legacy is being built. Arissa LeBrock's journey is the ultimate answer to whether a famous name is a blessing or a curse. For her, it's clearly been both. The name opened the door to WWE, but it also created a mountain of expectations. Her story proves a legacy isn't just something you inherit. It's something you have to be willing to fight for, bleed for, and rebuild from scratch when it all falls apart. She was born into Hollywood royalty, but chose the grit of the wrestling ring. She's a captivating blend of her mother's presence and her father's martial arts, but she's channeling it into something that is entirely her own. She isn't riding coattails. She's adding a new, powerful chapter to her family's name. While she may be on the independent circuit today, the foundation she's laying is undeniable. She has the look, the legitimacy, the pedigree, and most importantly, a story of resilience that's tailor-made for the grand stage of WWE. Arissa LeBrock isn't waiting for her moment. She is building it, one match at a time. She's proving she is a force to be reckoned with, not because of whose daughter she is, but because of the formidable competitor she is choosing to become. The WWE Universe may not be chanting her name just yet, but with a foundation this strong, it's not a matter of if she'll make an impact, but when.